Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're embarking on a journey that's maybe a little different from our usual deep dives.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Instead of research papers or, historical accounts, our source material today is actually a poem, a really powerful, evocative poem called The Vanished Photo, Memories in a Time Frame.
A great title, too. Sets the scene immediately.
It really does. So our mission today, our focus, is to unpack how something seemingly simple, like just a faded photograph, can become this really profound vessel for incredibly complex human experiences.
Like memory, time.
Exactly. Memory, time, loss, love that endures, all of it. And really, how does poetry manage to capture these huge universal feelings? That's what we want to dig into.
It's got that unique ability, hasn't it, to distill things right down to their essence.
Right. And you can feel that depth just from the title and those opening lines. It really pulls you in.
It does. It creates this immediate sense of, well, nostalgia, but also a kind of quiet sorrow, almost. It makes you think not just about what's in the photo, but what's felt, what's remembered,
Yeah, definitely. And it jumps right in, doesn't waste any time. We start with these incredibly vivid images of decay, of age. The poem opens, dusty frame, haunted by the time, and edges curled, memories in prime. So you get this immediate sense of age, of wear and tear.
Right, something that's been around.
But then there's that paradox right there in the beginning. The frame is decaying, the edges are curled, but the memories are in prime. What do you make of that?
Well, that's what's so fascinating, isn't it? How the poem just immediately connects the physical object, the photo, to the internal landscape, the mind, the emotions.
Okay.
So right after those lines, we get faded smiles lost in life's grind and shadows dance, ghosts in my mind. See, it's suggesting the fading isn't just, ink on paper getting old.
Right, it's more than that.
It's a metaphor, really, for how life itself, the grind, the challenges, can obscure our memories or maybe change how we remember things. The smiles fade because of life's grind.
Okay, I see.
And the ghosts, in my mind, that suggests it's not just about the people in the photo being gone, maybe, but about how memory itself becomes these sort of hazy, lingering things, like ghosts.
Yeah, those half-remembered feelings or details.
Exactly. And think about it. Maybe you have some old photos tucked away somewhere, in a box. Maybe the corners are bent. They're a bit yellowed.
Sure.
Does that physical wear and tear actually make the memories feel more poignant, almost like echoes? That fragility can make them feel more precious somehow.
That's a really interesting point. Like the imperfections make it more human, more real, not just a perfect digital copy.
Precisely. It adds a layer of history, of experience.
So after setting that scene, that mood of decay and poignant memory, the poem then kind of zooms in, right? Takes us inside the photo to the moment it was actually taken.
Shifts focus.
It says, taken in youth, sepia tint, innocence frozen, no hint. It paints this picture of the past. Youthful, untouched, maybe naive.
Yeah, innocence frozen. That phrase is doing a lot of work there.
It really is. What does that mean, innocence frozen? Photography does that, right? It freezes a moment.
It does, but that's the paradox, isn't it? It gives us this illusion of permanence, holding a moment still forever. But life obviously doesn't stop.
Right.
And the poem points that out subtly. It talks about silent laughter, voices squint, and the presence of past, time's glint.
Silent laughter. You see it, but you can't hear it.
Exactly. You see the pose, the expression, but the actual sound, the life of that moment.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's captured but muted. That time's glint, it suggests that the past is there, you can glimpse it, but it's just out of reach.
Like looking through a window you can't open.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's present, but inaccessible. Which makes looking back so bittersweet, doesn't it?
It really does. You're seeing what was, knowing you can't go back, and that feeling seems to build toward this stanza that the poem actually repeats.
The core message.
Yeah, it feels central. Faded photo on the mantle, life's flames too hard to handle, echoes of love, rooms dismantle, memories burn slow like a candle. The repetition really tells us, okay, pay attention, this is important.
Absolutely. It's like the emotional anchor of the whole piece. If we zoom out a bit, that line, life's flames too hard to handle, that feels like it's talking about the big stuff, right? The hardships, the challenges life throws at you.
Things that can really change everything.
Yeah, things that can literally dismantle rooms, change your whole environment, your relationships maybe, leaving only echoes of love, just fragments.
Wow, dismantle rooms, that's strong.
It is. But then you get that last line. Memories burn slow like a candle. And that's where it gets really interesting, I think.
How so? Because a candle burns down, it disappears. So memories fade.
Well, yes, partly. A candle consumes itself, it gets smaller, it fades away, so it captures that sense of loss, of memory diminishing over time.
Okay.
But what else does a candle do while it's burning?
It gives off light. And heat, warmth.
Exactly, light and warmth. So the metaphor works both ways. Even as memories fade, as they burn slow, they can still provide light, illumination, comfort, warmth in the present.
Ah, I like that. So they sustain us even as they diminish.
Right. They offer this connection, this gentle light, even when things are tough. It's not just about loss, it's also about endurance, about what sustains us. That dual meaning is really powerful.
That changes how you read it, definitely. It's not just sad, it's complex. Okay, so we have fading, we have frozen moments, we have these slowly burning memories. And then the poem really hits the contrast between the photo and time itself.
Yeah, the relentless march of time.
It says, clock hands spin, but it stays, whispers of yesterdays. Such a clear image, the world keeps moving, time passes, but this object stays fixed. And that brings up a really fundamental thing, doesn't it? How do we deal with time always moving forward? We can't stop it.
Yeah.
So this physical photo, even though it's fading too, it acts like an anchor, a point of stillness in all that movement.
An anchor. I get that.
Even though the poem acknowledges the ghostly visage in a haze, it knows the image isn't clear anymore. It still offers an eternal gaze.
Eternal gaze. So even faded, there's a sense of permanence.
Kind of. It's like the people in the photo are looking out from that past moment, connecting with us now. It lets us step outside the spinning clock hands for just a second and really connect with those whispers of yesterdays. Not just as a quick thought, but as something tangible you can hold.
A space for reflection, maybe.
Exactly. A space the present doesn't always allow for. And think about it. What things do you hold on to that give you that feeling, that sense of permanence, a link to the past, when everything else is changing?
Maybe old letters? Or other old photos, things that have that physical history to them. Right. Those physical anchors often carry a kind of weight, a presence that, a file on a computer doesn't quite have.
That's true. They root us somehow. And as the poem wraps up, it comes back to this idea of love, of connection, surviving even the decay.
The final affirmation.
Even with corners yellowed, ghostly grace, again, acknowledging the fading, it makes this big statement. Love's tapestry, time can't erase.
That's such a beautiful line, love's tapestry.
It is, and even though face is lost and history's embrace, maybe we don't even know who they are anymore, it still leaves us with this idea of an eternal moment, frozen in place.
Yeah, and what's striking there is how it affirms that enduring connection. Okay, so details fade, faces might become lost to history, especially to people who didn't know them personally.
Sure.
But that tapestry of love, the feeling woven into that moment, the essence of it, the poem argues that time can't erase that.
So the core feeling survives.
That's the idea. The photo, even faded and ghostly, becomes a testament to that enduring connection. It makes the past feel like it's still here, even if it's hazy. It's a reminder that some things, like love maybe, can actually transcend the physical decay, transcend time itself.
Which is actually quite a comforting thought, despite the overall melancholy feel.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit hopeful.
So when we pull it all together, what does this deep dive into the vanished photo really show us? It feels like it highlights just how much meaning, how much emotion, history, how much of ourselves can be wrapped up in one single aging object.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder that objects aren't just things. They can be these incredibly dense symbols of our lives, our connections.
Absolutely. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Especially now. In our world today, we're constantly snapping pictures, right? Phones full of perfect, high-res images stored in the cloud forever. Supposedly.
Thousands of them.
So what's the unique power, maybe the irreplaceable power, of one physical faded photograph? Its very fragility, its decay, the yellowed corners, the sepia tint, the blurriness.
With ghostly grace.
Yeah, exactly, the ghostly grace. Does that actually make it a more potent symbol of memory, of time passing, than, an endless digital archive of perfect pictures?
That's the final question, isn't it? Does the imperfection, the evidence of its journey through time, actually give it more meaning?
It could. Perhaps its power lies precisely in its impermanence, its visible struggle against time. Maybe that's what makes it feel so profoundly human. Something to think about.
Dusty frame haunted by the time that just curled memories memories in prime, faded smiles lost in life's grind. Shadows dance, ghosts in my mind. Taken in youth, sepia tint, innocence frozen, no hint. Silent laughter, voices squint, presence of past times glint. Faded photo on the mantle, life's flames too hard to handle. Echoes of love, rooms dismantle. Memories burn slow like a candle. Clock hands spin, but it stays. Whispers of yesterdays, ghostly visage in a haze. Frozen moment, eternal gaze. Corners yellow, ghostly grace. Love's tapestry, time can't erase. Faces lost in history's embrace. Eternal moment, frozen in place. Faded photo on the mantle, life's flames too hard to handle. Echoes of love, rooms dismantle. Memories burn slow like a candle. Faded photo on the mantle, life's flames too hard to handle. Echoes of love, rooms dismantle. Memories burn slow like a candle. Dusty frame haunted by the time, edges curled, memories in prime. Faded smiles lost in life's grind. Shadows dance, ghosts in my mind. Taken in youth, sepia tint, innocence frozen, no hint. Silent laughter, voices squint, presence of past, times glint. Flames too hard to handle. Echoes of love, rooms dismantle. Memories burn slow like a candle. Clock can spin, but it stays. Whispers of yesterdays, ghostly visage in a haze. Frozen moment, eternal gaze. Corners yellowed, ghostly grace. Love's tapestry, time can't erase. Faces lost in history's embrace. Eternal moment, frozen in place. Faded photo on the mantle, life's flames too hard to handle. Echoes of love, rooms dismantle. Memories burn slow like a candle.